everyone, welcome to an algebra tutorial video. We're going to be learning about multiplying monomials. So again, a monomial is just a polynomial with one term. So you can see right here in our example here, we've got a monomial, 3 times a squared times b, that's one term, multiplied by another monomial, negative 7 times a cubed times b to the fifth. What we're going to do is multiply all these together. If it looks familiar, you may have recognized this from working with exponents, expressions with exponents, and understanding kind of what to do. So this is a one big multiplication problem, and the way to help think about it is to write it out in expanded form. So let's go take this. So 3 times a squared times b, I can rewrite that as 3 times a squared times b. But that's also multiplying negative 7 times a cubed times b to the fifth. So I'm going to multiply that by negative 7 times a to the cubed times b to the fifth. Now instead of two monomials being multiplied, we can see it's just a bunch of variables and numbers all multiplied together. And the nice thing about multiplication is it doesn't matter the order in which you multiply. So let's rearrange this whole thing. Let's put our numbers first, 3 times negative 7. Now let's do a variable, let's do our a's, times a squared times a to the third. And let's do our b's, times b to the fifth. And we're just going to go and do some multiplication, some simplifying using our exponent properties and simplify what this whole multiplication problem turns into. 3 times negative 7, that's pretty easy, that's negative 21. Next up we have a squared times a to the third. Well, a squared is 2a's multiplied by a to the cubed, or a to the third power, that's 3a's. All together that's 5a's being multiplied. If I remember my exponent properties, we just add the exponents together. 2 plus 3 is going to be 5, so there's a to the fifth power. For b's, we have 1b, this is b to the first, but I'm multiplying it by 5 more b's, right? b to the fifth is b times b times b times b times b, 5 of them. Altogether there's 6 b's, so that's multiplied by b to the sixth power. And there you go. There's my final answer. Is that all of this, 3 times a squared times b, that monomial, multiplied by another monomial, negative 7 times a cubed times b to the fifth, ends up equaling negative 21 times a to the fifth times b to the sixth. Now, you may say that's a lot of work to do a monomial, that multiplication, right? And it is. Eventually, what you'll see is when you multiply these together, you should see, oh, 3 times 7, that's going to make negative 21. A squared times 3 more a, that's going to be a to the fifth, and then 1b times 5 more b's, that's going to be b to the sixth. And you'll be able to easily and fluently mentally do this kind of problem, but it may take a while of writing it out, thinking about what you're doing some practice, and eventually the more you practice, you'll get quicker and quicker at doing these. But there you go. There's a good example of multiplying monomials, refreshing ourselves with exponent properties when we multiply, and just thinking about some multiplication properties.